Greetings, Bio54, and welcome to our new week. So this week we are going to be looking at the obesity epidemic and making sure that we are ready to submit our work with emotional intelligence. So let's go ahead and pop into our Canvas page here. Since we're at the top in our assigned book reading, make sure that you have gotten the book, and the entire book is going to be read for this assignment. So by February 23rd, you need to submit the emotional intelligence quiz. The quiz, if you got a new book, is the one that comes along with it, but alas, there's only one code per book. But don't worry if you got a used book or using one from the library. Just go ahead and click on this and it'll give you instructions on how to take an alternative quiz if you did not buy a new book. Then you're going to complete this worksheet and then submit these two things no later than February 23rd for a total of 30 points. And if you go down here for next week as well, and I know this isn't until next week, but I want to make sure that this is on your radar, we have our research methods quiz that will be extraordinarily helpful if you have read the book Write, Present, Create. It's not 100% needed, but it is going to be helpful if you have it. And there's also copies of that at the library in Martin Luther King in course reserves and the general stacks. I do want to point out a couple of things. So what you should know about the research methods quiz and lecture videos and exams. We'll talk a little bit about what you need to do to prepare for those things. So I'm just going to point this out quickly. So for the research methods quiz, you are going to have one question at a time, and you can use your book, you can use notes, and I'm actually going to change this in real time because I just recently changed the requirements of reading this semester. So I'm going to take off the time limit. So in case that you don't have the book handy, that you have a little bit more time to make sure to find those answers to the questions, because this is going to be essential for us to do well on our oral presentation and our literature review paper. So again, this is going to be helpful if you have read Write, Present, Create, but it's not required. So I'm going to go ahead and take off that time requirement there for you. So essentially for this, it'll be the same 25 questions based on these chapters, but you can definitely answer the questions with doing a reputable research, and this is especially true if you have done work with literature review papers before. So kind of just keep that on your radar, and plan to, if you haven't checked out the book in the library, to do so before next week. All right, so let's go ahead and pop back into what we're doing this week. If we go down to our unit on obesity, there we go. Unit 4, so we have our lecture video that you are going to take notes on. Remember, anything that we do in Canvas is fair game for the exam, so you want to take good notes both on the lecture videos and any of the assignments that we have, or have them handy when you're ready to take the exam. So we have our activity on BMI, childhood obesity, fitness-related injuries, steroids, fast food babies, there we go, BPA and obesity, and preparing for our next big unit, which will be on the environment. I do want to point out, after you have gone through the unit this week, I would highly encourage you to start thinking about what you're going to do for our literature review paper and our oral presentation. So you'll see here in the literature review paper, everything you need to be successful on this paper is going to be here. This isn't due until March 23rd, but it is a 100-point assignment, so make sure that you're starting to think about what you're going to write upon, and start by reading the instructions. This, of course, is based on your master topic that you have chosen up here. Choose your master topic. And then for our oral presentation, this is the oral presentation module here. Also take a look at those instructions and let me know if you have any questions. The oral presentation is not due till May, so I'm definitely going to wait a little bit while to talk about that. But as we have just a little bit over a month on our literature review paper, I will go into this deeper after our quiz on the research methods, and these resources here can also help you with that quiz. All right, so if you have any questions at all, definitely let me know. Otherwise, have a fantastic week, and I will check in again with you soon.